The Kansas State Wildcats, they're coming off a 9-4 overall season, 5-4 in Big 12 play. Did not expect that from 2024. And, they're going to be under Chris Klieman, head coach, entering his 7th season. Has a 48-28 record at the helm right now. Key departures for this team include Brendan Mott, who was the team's sack leader, plus some other top defenders moving on or, exhausting eligibility, whatever it might be. None of last year's starters transferred. The defense lost experience up front and in the secondary. Looking at the betting stuff, win total is 8.5. To go over is -110. To go under is -110. That implies basically a coin flip to go over or under. The odds to win the Big 12 championship sit at plus 550. That's about 15% implied. And to make the playoff, they are plus 440. That's 18.5%, somewhere around there, implied probability. Offensively, the Wildcats, I think, are going to roll with offensive coordinator Matt Wells. He takes over after a first season with Connor Riley as the co-offensive coordinator. This attack is built around that dual-threat quarterback, Avery Johnson, who's coming off his first season as a starter. He had multiple 250-yard passing games, had 80-yard rushing games that highlighted really his upside. But, turnover issues did persist through the season with backfield weapons like Dylan Edwards, who had 7.4 yards per carry last year, and new portal addition Antonio Martin Jr. Plus, receiving-wise, you got some dynamic options here. Jayce Brown, Caleb Medford, Jerron Bradley, I believe that's right. The offense has explosive potential if the offensive line, which of course is reinforced by transfers, Fitzpatrick, J.B. Nelson, and some others, holds up. On defense, the coordinator, how's that? Joe Klanderman, he returns in his 5th year leading a unit that is ranked anywhere between 25th and 34th in SP Plus consistently. Kansas State retains key disruptors, though. Chidi Obiezer, Toby Osadsami, did not say that right, but you guys correct me in the chat. Desmond Purnell and Austin Romaine along the front 7, though obviously losing Mott's pass rush production is a concern. The secondary retools with the senior VJ Payne and incoming transfer Gunnar Maldonado bolstering the back end, but there is still the risk of drop-off and some inconsistency there. The top players to watch in 2025, Avery Johnson, the running back Dylan Edwards, wide receiver Jayce Brown, linebacker Austin Romaine, safety VJ Payne, and the center Sam Hecht, answering the revamped offensive line. The keys to success this season for the Wildcats: minimize turnovers. They were 0-4 when they turned the ball over multiple times in 2024. And you got to make sure you get a consistent performance from the offensive line and from the passing game. On defense, replacing Mott's pressure production and avoiding big plays in the secondary is going to be critical. Biggest obstacles for this year: it's a pretty volatile Big 12 schedule. There's going to be close games that can tilt either way. Opening in Dublin against Iowa State is pretty big. Kansas State has lost several close finales to them. Road trips to Arizona, Oklahoma State, and especially, and this is the big one, Utah, late in the season. Those are real challenges amid a league with very few easy wins, although you could say that Arizona and Oklahoma State maybe should be for this team. If the Wildcats win the opener, if they avoid costly turnovers, they will certainly be in the mix for the Big 12 title and maybe more, right? I'm a believer in this team. I've got Kansas State 10-2. The only losses that I've got are to TCU and Utah. TCU at home, Utah on the road. I think they win the Big 12 for the second time in 4 seasons, and only the second time under Chris Klieman. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.